We are live.
Welcome everybody to our Finance Committee meeting on November 25th at 6 p.m. Can I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Fisher.
I'm here.
Ms. Kreimer.
Yeah.
Mr. Michelson.
Here. All members are present as of now. I did get wind that we are getting more members, hopefully the next meeting. As of now, it's just us three. Put forth a motion to set the agenda as posted.
Second.
Are you in favor?
Yes.
Thank you. Do I put forth a motion to accept the minutes from our previous meeting? Zach, you have to second it, okay.
Well, I wasn't here, but I'm sure. Zach, would you like to second that one since you were here?
Yeah, I'm just pulling it up.
Okay,
Just
so
to
we'll read it
verify.
through now, we'll give you 5 minutes. All right. I'll second it.
You can't second your own.
Yeah.
We'll
You
accept
made the
your
motion.
second.
I'll accept it. You made the motion, Zach seconded.
Yeah, you second?
You made the motion. You can't
Yeah, I'll second.
All right, all those in favor?
second.
All right, Eric, let's start with the financial packet.
Okay, so the finance packet that you have is for October fiscal year 24. Village had a combined bank balance of $3,461,977.92. Of this amount, $167,557.18 can be found in the village's primary checking accounts, and $1,626,675.36 can be found in the village's high interest savings account. The remaining balances reside in other village dedicated funds. The village generated $104,200.41 in general fund income tax receipts. Recollections are approximately 27% higher than October of the previous year. For the year, the village has collected $943,116.70 in general fund income tax receipts. This reflects an approximate 9% trend increase over year-to-date fiscal year 23. We have seen this continue. It has climbed up a bit since the last report, but it's hovered between 7 and 9%. The village received the second biannual disbursement of real estate taxes from Hamilton County Auditor and homestead rollback for a combined amount of $1,973,508.27. This is an approximate 7% increase over year-to-date fiscal year 23. As for receipts, the village received $157,086.14 in general fund receipts. This number is $48,161.41 less than October fiscal year 23, mostly due to the reassignment of state training monies to a special fund and the October of 23 receipt of state homestead and rollback funds, which happened in September of this year. So last year's October was inflated. This year's September would have technically been inflated, sort of, but comparing month to month, it's just not, that deposit happened a different month, so that's why. The Star Ohio Fund earned $7,009.18. The high interest for the third savings account earned $6,622.64 in interest. The top five pays for the month were payroll, Atleta, Deer Park Silverton, Ohio Police and Fire Pension Fund, and Rumpke Container. Total village general fund appropriation spent for the month was in the amount of $190,170.45. This figure is $57,082.19 more than October fiscal year 23. Village had 13 outstanding payments that totaled $56,331.03. Village administration will continue to monitor appropriation spend and make any adjustments deemed necessary. Any questions?
No. Thank you very much. Once you're talking, we're going to make you talk a little more now, okay? Why don't you, so the general fund of this year, current, we have to make adjustments to. Could you please elaborate on that?
So it's not, meaning this is not for this year. This year's, I'm sorry, you're talking about the affirmation of advances? Okay, very good. So, and I did speak about this, I think with Ms. Kramer and with you, Mr. Fisher, privately. This goes to a new funding practice, which the village did not do previously. Typically, when the monies were not received from state or from the county in time, we would just increase appropriations, pay them from the general fund, and then those monies would go back into the appropriate funds when they came, leaving a balance. Appropriate accounting procedures are that those funds should not be receiving money after the fact. Rather, they should be advanced the money from the general fund, and then when the monies are received from state or federal or county sources, that should then be reimbursed. It's a cleaner accounting policy. However, because it's moving money, technically it's moving money from one less restrictive account to a more restrictive account that requires an act of council. I thought, this is my fault, I thought that was only true on permanent transfers, not on advances, not on temporary. But even on temporary, that requires an act of council. So this resolution, which will be brought to full council tonight with the recommendation of this council, of this committee, would be to affirm the advances that I performed as fiscal officer, seeing that those funds were low and would have become insolvent and unable to pay their bills had the general fund not advanced them the money until the monies came in. Now, where this is the most obvious is in the fire levy. Fire levy always starts the year owing money, basically, because fire services are from January to December, but the levy funds only show up in March. So the fire levy is the police levy was also short, I believe it was $30,000, and the DEA fund was also short. There was also a separate discussion which the full council passed by a voice vote, was supposed to be an ordinance, excuse me, a resolution to transfer as an advance from the general fund to the DEA fund to cover the Sundance program. Sundance program was approximately $16,000 expense that the village took on, with the caveat understanding that if the DEA fund would receive that money, the DEA fund should pay for that. I'll tell you parenthetically, the DEA fund has received that money and the DEA fund did pay for Sundance. However, that advance has to be affirmed by council. So that will be the resolution, which will be presented in full council, just to give you a heads up. So what I would request from you is a recommendation to refer the resolution to council for a full vote.
All right, appreciate that. Basically, you messed up, we have to fix it up for you, right?
Correct.
Okay, good. All right, so we do give our,
So I would need a
recommendation.
motion. I would need a motion and a second.
put forth a motion to recommend to council to go ahead with the resolution to affirm those transactions to make the books look better or more appropriate.
Do you need the ordinance number for that?
Probably appropriate. I can add it
Ordinance
in.
number 2024-7.
Thank you.
An ordinance to make appropriations for the current expenses and other expenditures of the village of Manor during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2025. No, that's not right.
No.
Nope, resolution 2024-21.
Right, resolution 20, right, very good. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I will add that to the minutes. There was a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second that. Was that a motion or you just?
You made the
You made
motion,
the
you
motion.
can't second it.
Right,
second
so
it.
You're
I'll
out of
make,
sorts today.
no, I thought you took it over. I'll make the motion to recommend to council resolution 2024-21.
I'll second
Okay,
Roll call, please.
are you requesting a roll call?
Those in favor?
Aye.
it. Aye.
If you request a roll call, we have to do a roll call, so. Very good. Okay, so that takes care of the last talking point, which I did not add to your agenda, which is that Sundance is billed through the DA program. The DA program, of course, was the assumption was the DA program pays for it if they receive the money. Thankfully, the DA program, you'll hear about this in next month's finance report. The DA program got a significant drop of about $32,000, which covers that advance.
What's the plan for funding it? Where's the funding if it's coming out of, after our DEA guy retires?
That would be up to the police to come up with a proposal of how to fund it. My understanding is that the money doesn't, meaning when that position is eventually vacated, my understanding is that money does not go away. Whatever open cases he has, or whatever cases have been not open, but closed cases that he is responsible for.
Correct, but eventually there are no more open cases.
Sure.
Yeah, I can answer that. Because that's our primary records management system, it's required for daily function. It's not gonna be a supplemental piece of technology like the acquisition was. But the ongoing use, we'll use our court fund and our computer fund to manage that.
I should have known that. That's
Yeah.
what's currently funding Baldwin.
Yeah, crime score.
And,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, so it's, yeah.
So it would be replacing
I
one.
think he's looking at a $16,000 cost as a continuing cost, and it's not that, it's about $5,500 to maintain after this.
All right, great.
Any other questions?
Eric, on the post online, you put the police department overtime chart. Is that leftovers from last week? Or last month?
I don't remember putting that on this week's, but let me double check. I apologize. That is on there. I think that was requested. I think that was requested by the mayor. Is that correct? You had requested that?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
No problem. The increased cost for the pension.
That was from last time we had a whole conversation about this.
Right. No, so I it must have gotten left up there for the, I didn't post that. Because that's not what I sent you either, actually. I'm
We're
sorry.
supposed to be working on draft legislation to
Include the pension pickups.
include, for the salary increases and pension pickups.
I think it's on the agenda for tonight's for council.
Yeah.
So what was the point of this overtime chart
I think that was a leftover from
last finance meeting?
last finance meeting. Yes, that would be my guess. I didn't, again,
It's not, it wasn't supposed to be.
okay.
My only question was if you updated something. from
No,
last time.
no, nothing's been changed. Okay, that is the end of my,
Yes, there is one more item that I would like to discuss. I would like to call for an executive session to discuss matters of compensation for employees. Do I have a roll call, a second and a roll call?
Second.
okay. Mr. Fisher,
Yes.
Ms. Grimer,
Yes.
Mr. Michelson.
Yes.
I'd like to forth a motion to allow the mayor and any council member to remain in the room.
I think you need a motion, just need to invite him, I think.
Yeah, I think you just invite.
So you guys are invited.
Okay, so I'm gonna end the stream
Thank you.
and I'm assuming I'm excusing myself.
I believe so. I do not hear a fight for you.